Hi guys. I was just trying to do a setup. The desk is a bit has all these things. I was just about to do something that I do most of the time, and I thought maybe I could just record it so that I show you guys what how you can go about some of these things. So one big issue that I've seen is people have slow laptops. There are many things you can do to make your laptop fast, but the quickest way is the easiest way, especially for people that are using HDD, hard disk drive, is to change that to SSD, a static state drive. The different types of SSDs, I'm not going to delve into that today. Today, I'm simply going to show you guys how you can actually change your HDD drive to SSD drive in your laptop. Okay, so this particular laptop that you're using, um, this is a HP. Let me just check. Yeah, so this is a HP laptop. I'm trying to get the model number so that it's easy for you guys to so it's a HP 15. That's the model number for this particular laptop. Okay, so this laptop uses the hard disk, the 2.5 hard disk. Okay, so I'm also going to show you what the 2.5 hard disk looks like, and how we are going to change that. So because this computer uses the 2.5 hard disk, okay, uh, it's best that when you are going to purchase a drive, an SSD drive, you need to make sure that you buy the correct one. Okay, so today I just want to show you guys. So we bought this SATA SSD plus solid state drive. This is what you're going to replace into the current drive that is in the computer. So it's more of like a plug and play. So step one, open your laptop. Okay, so this particular laptop, I've already removed the screws just to save time. So of course, most of you know that you always need to remove this. And then now I want to, it's also good to remove the battery, to be on the safe side. I usually put this on the side, and then I take my screwdriver and this is when you really have to change this. Okay, so this is how this looks like. As you can see, this is how this looks like. The motherboard and everything. This is the fan, RAM. There's always a slot here for additional RAM. So for some people, yeah, they decide to add additional RAM. That's okay. But most slow computers and problems are usually with the storage, the storage drive. So this is a drive that you have currently, and you want to remove it, and we replace with the SSD. Okay, so this is the normal hard disk drive, and you want to now replace it with the solid state disk. Okay, so we remove this. So this usually, if it's a new laptop, or if it's a well maintained laptop, you'll find that it's protected with some screws. Yeah, so what you need to do, you need to make sure that you open these screws, and then you can change that. Okay, so I'm guessing that's a bit clear, so that you can see how this looks like. So what we'll do, we'll open these screws. You see what I do? I always make sure that I keep my screws all together so that I make sure that I don't lose any of them. Okay, so you open this other side. Sorry, my screwdriver is a bit blunt, that's why this is like this. So now you realize that it's a bit loose. Okay, that seems like there's another small screw here that we need to just open so that this can be loose, and we remove this. So this you do gently by just pulling it out of the socket. That's how you simply remove a hard disk. Okay, now you want to go to the SSD drive that we are talking about. This is the SSD drive that we want to replace with this. So definitely first we need to open it. So I don't know if I have a scissor here. Okay, so I think this, I hope this will be able to cut. I know it's not for this kind of work, but it's done the job. Okay, so it's good that we had a scissor, and so we you know, you're able to now just open this up like this, and you able to now remove your hard disk. Okay, so this is how it looks like. You know, it's new. As you can see, this is brand new. We need to get the scissors again and see if we can be able to get an opening to the hard disk. Yeah, the packaging I must say it's really firm. So it's one of those things that are really well protected. So this is the SSD. It's so light. That's one of the advantages of between having an SSD and an HDD. So as you can see, let me just show you guys. So you see, this is the HDD, this is the SSD. There are many advantages. You know, SSD doesn't overheat or doesn't heat as opposed to the HDD, because the SSD doesn't have any moving parts, it's static. This one has moving parts, and that can make it get a bit hot, make a bit of sounds. This one doesn't make any sounds, and also it could be a bit slow. As you can see, it's also a bit heavy, you know, and the SSD is very light, like literally really light. So this is just a close-up look. There are many advantages, but today we are not getting into that. I just wanted to show you a quick fix of a really fast way of doing this. So as you can see, the reason this is called 2.5, you know, always make sure that when you're going to buy a hard disk replacement, so an SSD, make sure that the connectors are the same. Okay, so that's the only way that they'll be able to be installed in your computer. So as you can see, this is the same, this is the other thing. Of course, as you can see, this is a smaller, this has smaller storage than this one, and that's the other thing. Of course, you know, good things are not cheap. So the SSD is sort of like expensive because of some of those things. And so you see, for this one, we're just going to replace with a smaller drive. Then what happens is that this one, we are going to slave it. Basically, we are going to use it as an external hard disk. So they say here that we remove this before installing. So we remove this paper here, we put it on the side, and then just the normal way that we installed we removed our HD disk drive. That's how we return this. So this one, we just go like that, we just put it back inside, and then we bring this here, this thing that was holding the hard disk. Okay, so we just make sure that we get the right screws for that. So we can start with the small one. Okay, so I always try to make sure that I don't break any parts, and I just do things in a simple way. Now we've put our SSD here, and we've replaced it, you know. So you just do the same thing that you're doing before. So you put back the cover. Yeah, and now to our final screw. And then from the battery. Voila, perfect. So now we've replaced the HDD with an SDD inside this laptop. So the next steps are simple. Definitely going to run a Windows or whatever software you want to run in the machine, and then the machine will be good to go. So that's a simple way of making a computer run faster. SSD is the way to go. Last tip: whenever you're going to buy a laptop or you're advising someone to buy a laptop, buy an SSD laptop storage. Okay, so it could there are so many different types of SSDs, but as long as it's SSD, you're good to go. So thanks guys.